Good morning, Professor and doctors. Thank you for the opportunity to participate in this great Congress. The title of my study is Necrotizing Enterocolitis in Infant Born to Mother with COVID-19. Introduction. Since the outbreak of the COVID-19 pandemic for more than 1 year, many pregnant women and their babies have experienced serious health problems. One of the organs affected by COVID-19 infection is the gastrointestinal tract. Necrotizing enterocolitis, or NIC, is the most common gastrointestinal emergency in neonates. Previous studies have reported that NEC morbidity and mortality is still high, especially in developing countries. The incidence of NEC in infant born to mother with confirmed COVID-19 is not clearly known. Therefore, this study aims to investigate the incidence of NEC in infants born to mother with confirmed COVID-19. Material and methods. This study was a retrospective observational study, was conducted in May 2020 to March 2021. The inclusion criteria were all infants born to mother with confirmed COVID-19 at Sutomo General Academic Hospital. All infants born to mother who confirmed COVID-19 were performed for swab examination within the first day of the infant's birth. Informed and signed consent was acquired from the parents or authorized representative of its infant. This study was approved by the Ethical Committee in Health Research at the Sutomo General Academic Hospital, Surabaya. Diagnosis of COVID-19. The diagnosis of COVID-19 was confirmed positive when the SARS-CoV-2 virus could be detected on a nasal swab and throat swab through the reverse transcription polymerase chain reaction examination. The government of Indonesia stipulated the organization of the COVID-19 examination laboratory based on the decree of the Minister of Health of the Republic of Indonesia, including the diagnostic laboratory at the Dr. Sutomo Hospital. Diagnosis of NEC. The diagnosis of NEC was established by clinical symptoms and confirmed by abdominal radiography. For clinical symptom, at least one of the following symptoms: increased gastric residual before feeding, more than 20% of feeding volume, marked abdominal distension, emesis, abdominal tenderness, and Guaiac positive stool. For abdominal radiography, at least one of the following results: ileus, parasitan bowel, pneumatosis intestinalis, portal venous gas, and pneumoperitoneum. If focal perforation of the gastrointestinal tract was found at the time of surgery, the infant included spontaneous intestinal perforation and was excluded from this study. Result: of the 125 infants included, the birth weight ranged from 1,000 to 4,300 grams, whereas the gestational age ranged from 28 to 41 weeks. The mother age ranged from 70 to 43 years old. The majority of the infants' gestational age, 70.4%, was term, and the majority of infants' birth rate, 75.2%, was above 2,500 grams. The majority of infants, 62.4%, were born by cesarean section. About 5.6% of infants born had positive COVID-19 PCR results. Although as many as 25.6% of infants born were activated, most of these infants, 94.4%, could survive. There were 5 infants with NEC. Factors that are significantly associated with the incidence of NEC include positive COVID-19 PCR result and aphasia. The incidence of NAC was also significantly associated with mortality. All cases of NEC in this study occurred in premature infants and or in low birth weight infants. Discussion. This result of the study indicated that the majority of COVID-19 mothers gave birth to term infant, although they were also likely to give birth prematurely. This was also shown in other studies. A study conducted by AIDS showed that most infants, 73.3%, born to COVID-19 positive mothers were term, and most had a birth weight of more than 2,050 grams. A study by Anand et al. Showed that premature birth to COVID-19 positive mothers tended to be numerous than full birth, 51% versus 49%. Like in this study, previous study reported that most of methods of delivery for pregnant women who were positive for COVID-19 were by cesarean section. There were 5 infants with NAC included, or NAC in the study were preterm. Factors are significantly associated with the incidence of NAC include positive COVID-19 PCR result and aphasia. Pregnant women who are positive for COVID-19 often experience severe respiratory problems, so pregnancy termination must be carried out. The condition of severe respiratory distress in pregnant women will have a detrimental impact on the baby so that it contributes to the baby being born with asphyxia. The incidence of NAC was also significantly associated with mortality. The cause of mortality in this case is possible because all cases of NAC in this study occurred in premature infant and or low birth weight infant. Conclusion. The study indicated that COVID-19 mother in pregnancy has contribution to the incidence of NAC in the newborn. Significant factors associated with the incidence of NAC in infants born to mother with COVID-19 include infant born with such condition, confib, positive for COVID-19, aphasia, prematurity, low birth weight infant. A strong association was found between the incidence of NAC and mortality. Studies of long-term development of premature infants born to mothers with COVID-19 are warranted. Moreover, further research is now needed to develop optimal methods for the prevention of NAC. This is the references. Thank you.